Have you ever heard of the Watchers? Kinda just observe from a distance, but celestial beings who made a choice that would forever alter the course of human history. This is one of the most fascinating and forbidden stories ever told. A tale of rebellion, love, and cataclysm that you won't find in most mainstream religious texts. Get ready, because we re-diving deep into the Book of Enoch to uncover the epic saga of the fallen angels. Before humanity had built its great empires, a group of 200 celestial beings known as the Watchers were tasked with a sacred duty to watch over and guide the fledgling human race from the heavens. They were led by a powerful figure named Uriel. From their vantage point, they saw the beauty and vitality of early humanity, especially the daughters of men. And it was this beauty that sparked a rebellion. The Watchers became consumed with desire. Semyaza gathered his followers and proposed a pact. He said, "Let us choose for ourselves wives from among the children of men and beget us children." He knew the grave consequences of this transgression, but the desire was too strong. They all swore an oath on Mount Hermon, sealing their fate, unbinding themselves to this forbidden plan. They descended from the heavens, not as guides, but as participants, taking human wives and indulging in earthly passions. This was the original sin of the angels, a willful defiance of divine law. The union of these celestial beings and mortal women was unnatural, and their offspring were unlike anything the world had ever seen. They were the Nephilim, a race of giants who towered over ordinary humans. These giants had insatiable appetites. They devoured all the food humanity could produce, and when that wasn't enough, they turned on each other and even on humanity itself. The world descended into chaos, a desperate plea for salvation from the monstrous children of the Watchers. The earth itself groaned under the weight of this corruption and violence, but the giants were only part of the problem. The fallen Watchers didn't just break their primary command. They actively corrupted humanity by teaching them forbidden knowledge. Azazel, one of the most prominent leaders, taught men how to forge weapons of war, swords, knives, and shields. He showed women the art of cosmetics, how to make bracelets and ornaments, and how to use makeup to entice. This wasn't just about fashion. It was about introducing vanity, seduction, and conflict into the human heart. Other Watchers taught sorcery, astrology, the cutting of roots for magical purposes, and how to read the signs in the stars, turning humanity away from divine guidance and towards dark and arcane arts. They essentially armed humanity, both literally and spiritually, for self-destruction. The world became a place of bloodshed, immorality, and godlessness, a twisted mirror of what it was meant to be. As the cries of humanity grew louder, they finally pierced the veil of the heavens and reached the ears of the holy archangel Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel. They looked down from their celestial abode and saw the earth filled with blood and injustice. They couldn't stand by and watch this corruption continue. They went before the Most High and presented the case against the fallen Watchers. They spoke of the chaos, the suffering, and the forbidden secrets that had been unleashed upon the world. They asked for divine intervention to save humanity from the brink of total annihilation. The judgment that followed was swift and absolute. God sent the archangel Uriel to Noah, the only righteous man left, to warn him of a great flood that would cleanse the earth of all the corruption. This was the only way to wash away the stain of the Nephilim and the sins taught by the Watchers. The age of the giants was coming to a watery end. Then came the punishment for the fallen angels themselves. Raphael was commanded to bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into a pit of jagged rocks in a desert named He was to be left there in complete darkness until the final day of judgment, when he would be cast into the fire. This was his penalty for teaching humanity the arts of war and vanity. Gabriel was sent to incite the giants, the Nephilim, to fight against one another, ensuring they would perish by their own hands in a great war. And Michael was given the task of dealing with Semyaza and his followers. He was to bind them and imprison them in the valleys of the earth for 70 generations, a long, lonely wait for their final judgment. They would be forced to witness the destruction of their own children, the Nephilim, and then endure their long imprisonment. The great flood came just as Uriel had warned Noah. The waters rose and covered the entire planet, wiping out the monstrous Nephilim and the corrupted civilization they had terrorized. The earth was purified, washed clean of the blood and sin that had tainted it. After the waters receded, a new beginning was promised. The archangels were tasked with healing the earth and proclaiming this restoration. A new covenant was made with Noah and his descendants, and humanity was given a second chance. The world was forever changed, bearing the scars of this celestial rebellion, but also holding the promise of renewal. The story of the Watchers serves as a powerful cautionary tale. It's a story about the dangers of forbidden knowledge, the consequences of unchecked desire, and the corrupting nature of power. But it's also a story of hope. It shows that even in the darkest of times, when chaos seems to reign, there is a force for justice and order in the universe. It reminds us that no matter how far humanity might fall, there's always the possibility of a cleansing, a healing, and a new beginning. The echoes of the Watchers and their giant offspring can be found in myths and legends all over the world, a testament to the enduring power of this incredible story.
And that's the mystery of the 7 Watchers the angels sent to carry out God's judgment against the 200 fallen angels who corrupted the earth. According to ancient texts, like the Book of Enoch, these powerful archangels were chosen to confront the rebellion that began on Mount Hermon. They bound the fallen Watchers, pronounced judgment, and set the stage for the cleansing of the world before the flood. It's a story that reminds us of something powerful. No rebellion against God goes unnoticed, and justice always comes in its time. But it also raises a deeper question. If the rebellion of the Watchers changed the world before the flood, could traces of that ancient conflict still echo through the pages of Scripture today? If you enjoy exploring biblical mysteries, ancient texts, and the hidden stories behind the Bible, make sure to subscribe to the Tanakh and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. And if this topic fascinated you, check out the next video on your screen now, because the story of the fallen angels goes even deeper than most people realize.
Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the Book of Enoch. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into forbidden history and ancient mysteries. Let me know in the comments what you think about the story of the fallen Watchers. See you in the next video.